I must admit, what I think would probably work from the point of view of the South is to put 4 or 5 ships into the AB gap so they can support both and push either as needed. Put a couple of ships to probe A and have a destroyer, just a lone destroyer, run up, take a look at C, and bug out at the first sign of trouble. So if you can sneak the cap on C, great, it gives you a position and a control point advantage. But you've got the speed, you can run away either through the BC channel or just do a 180 and go south again if it's not really an option. However, we're going to find out fairly shortly what Greek Brothers of Arms and Bavarian Seawolves have in mind, because that is the ready button hit, and we are good to go. Okay.
So yeah, we've got Midway versus Kuryu, BSW feeling way, Montana Conqueror, Montana, fairly standard. Everything looks more or less standard, as you'd expect.
Indeed. Interestingly, we have Moskva Zhao against Hindenburg Zhao, and BSW have fielded a Yeyang as well, as opposed to a Gearing, so things might get a bit hairy for the battleships.
Yeah, so those deep water torpedoes are going to be... They're going to be scary to see coming at you.
Indeed.
Well, you see them come at
well,
you.
well, the point is that you don't see them coming, but...
Yes. And with the new detection changes on torpedoes, they're even harder to spot by the carrier, so... Good luck finding them, carrier.
Well...
Anyway, Midway versus Kuryu, this is going to be interesting to see if the number of squadrons makes a big difference. Because previously it has.
Indeed. Right, so, Greek Brothers in Arms. Okay, we're kind of seeing what I initially predicted. We're seeing one Zhao, Greek Sharks just going off and taking a look at A. One of the Gearings, Manos, has laid a course for C, and Viper Sox is moving up. Looks like the BC gap to start with, but I think we'll see him make a port turn once he clears the island in Foxtrot 6. What are BSW up to?
Looks like... kind of hard to tell, but it looks like they're going for BC. They've got a Yue Yang heading over to A, Gearing rushing to B. Looks like we might have Des Moines that's... Okay, he is mine. I thought he was a disconnect there.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like majority BC.
Yeah, fighters are playing...
Yue Yang's kind of going alone unsupported, so...
Yeah, that's a little bit ballsy, but he may be gambling that his fighter cover can keep the detection off him while he grabs the cap. And speaking of fighters...
You've got 2 fighters.
Yeah, speaking of which, the fighter squadrons, well, they were being coy, but we've got our first collision OB, and it looks like we're seeing a lock and strafe set up here. Question is Wojak going to see it? Nope, there's the breakaway. Wojak's pulled his own planes out fairly quickly, however. That was a very fast response to the stun.
Very nice, yes.
And he's managed to break away with no strafe, and as a consequence, all 3 of Minaise Malak's fighters are now locked over the B point, so kind of stalemated there. Viper Sox is smoked up. I think he's looking to tiptoe into B. But right now,
Midway is apparently spotted going for this position. This is a very aggressive position for a Midway to be in.
I see what he's trying to do. I mean, he is basically going to haul himself and park right up against this island. He's going for very fast turnaround. But that's an attack carrier behaviour. It's not a reconnaissance behaviour at all. So I wonder how that's going to work out for him.
And it looks like he's losing the fighter duel over on the towards in the middle of AB.
Yep, it's now 5-2 against him. So 5-1, he can't break away now. So there goes that. Another squadron's barreling in, but possibly too little, too late. And with that squadron out of position, trying. No, it's not. It's not. It's a 3-3-2. And with the fighter out of position, he's going to strike, but he's just run smack into a wall of flak and defensive fire. I don't know what he thought that was going to achieve, but we're seeing attack carrier behaviours. I wonder if Wojak's gone deliberately forward to bait a couple of early strikes into a flak trap.
Oh my god. Goodbye, Zhao.
Yeah.
That
was spectacular. That was a, 20-kilometre shot, give or take, and looked like multiple citadels.
Yeah, it was in 2 stages as well. I think the front turrets of the Montana came in, the rear turrets or vice versa.
Yes.
But yeah, that was more or less a full health deletion.
Yeah, speaking of the Zows, however, Greek Shark is pottering around south of A. Now, Yoya Yang, Vefred, I believe you said, was into it. He's finished the cap unopposed. I don't know if Greek Shark's trying to draw him out, or just giving Vefred some time to move across into spoil B before he sneaks in.
He's put some Deep Water Torps' area denial to maybe get lucky on the Zow. No.
Maybe, but the other thing is that if Greek Shark can't stop him, then that Yang has got a clear run through to the Hakuryu. Now, Minaisai has gotten underway and he is moving, but right now I'd say BSW have got the position advantage, even if they have lost that ship to get it.
Black Star's got spotted in B. He's still in the cap. He's holding for as long as he dare.
Yeah, but
now he's getting reset by Argy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Also, Montana AP. This might. Oh no.
He's backing up, so it's foiling the range. But because he hasn't got the linear movement, even the 5-inch guns are able to find him. And yep, there we go. He's had smoke. He's fixed his engine, and he's abandoning point B. He's not going to do it, but the Yayang's been spotted. Vefred's attempt to sneak through hasn't worked. The question is whether or not Greek Shark's going to be able to clear that island and get a gun solution. And he's definitely looking for it, but unless those dive bombers hold up. Yeah, there we go. He's got the gun solution, and again the Hakuryu is winning the air war. That's another fighter squadron of the Midways that he's about to smack into the ground. Torpedo bombers taking a look from the Midway, not really getting anywhere, and Minalsai, yeah, and of course the Yang does not carry defensive fire. That's one of the trade-offs it makes against the gearing. So I think what we're going to see here is a cross-drop. Thing is, he's going to have to execute it pretty quickly because the Yang's running for the Montana's flak. Lol 25 there just moving up.
And the Hindenburg just behind it as well.
Yeah, there's the separation. Now, Vfred's doing exactly the right thing. He's turning in, heading for the Montana, and the Montana's flak has almost shredded the first squadron. There we go, first squadron down, but they did get one fish away. Vefred outrunning it. And, yep, there's defensive fire. So the Hindenburg must have gotten into range as well. And we're going to see a little bit of Liud there, but I don't think it's going to push him into the torpedo. Nope, just scraped away. If anything, that actually did Lol 25 a favour, because the loss of momentum there pushed him off course. And
but that's got to be careful, because he's going to be pretty heavily outnumbered. He's going to have a Montana and Hindenburg focusing him exclusively.
Yes, and he knows it, which is why he's currently running for the one line. So
takes a bit of a hit there.
Yeah.
Good damage, maybe even a Citadel.
Maybe.
Actually, that can't have been Citadel, not high enough alpha.
Maybe. It was a pretty solid hit anyway. However, Greek Shark is effectively out of the game at this point. He's going to be a nuisance for the Montana, but there's not a lot he can contribute.
Oh, we'll lose a Des Moines.
Yeah, Pavka
Carrier's a major threat here. The Montana's just going balls to the wall and he's coming out. This midway is probably going to die to the next salvo.
You know, this might be the first time we see a punch through C work.
I think it honestly might be.
Because Wojak is now realising that he might have made some decisions he has cause to regret. There's a broadside. Ooh, okay, he got away with that one. He's angled. And, okay, midways are actually...
He's not going far.
Yeah, midways are respectably tough, but I think he was gambling that his surface team would be able to hold down point C. And on
both Montanas are here as well.
On past performance, that was a sound assumption. But, it's not working out this time.
Oh, Novo's going to go down as well. He's out in the open. The gearing smoke's obviously gone out. Yeah. And Moss were looking at him. Moss was going to finish him.
Olzaver's in trouble as well. He's on fire. Multiple burns. Damcon may have gone. Killing Machine takes a broadside but soaks it. Oh, well, okay, doesn't quite soak it on the belt. And Olzaver's on his... Yeah, he's dead. Those torpedoes are going to catch him. Yeah, that's farewell to that Conqueror. The new boat button's not going to get you out of that one, mate. Wojak is running, but with nothing else right now.
Montana gets him.
There we go. And that
Torpedo
just...
coming in, going to be uninterrupted on the gearing in Yue Yang.
Yes, and with no air cover at this point, those Hakuryu bombers can just... Well, they can't quite loiter over the gearing because, of course, defensive fire and a pretty decent flak setup if he's rigged that way. But they can definitely have a go. And if they can herd the destroyers off into the islands... In fact, if they can collide the destroyers, which they're going to... But there's the defensive fire from the gearing.
I think they're currently being radars, maybe?
No, there's no radar at the moment, but the air spots are the trick. However, one hit there on the Yang. I mean, this is the thing about defensive fire. Yeah, it panics, but when you're dropping 12 torpedoes onto a target, at that kind of distance, shotgun effect means you might still connect something. However, point B is swinging, and at this point, I think GBONA have pretty much done enough. There goes point B.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real way they can get this back. I mean, Burns still have a full health Montana.
And they've still got a very healthy Des Moines as well. The Hakuryu has... Well, he's probably lost about half his bombers at this rate, but unless that Hindenburg's got his defensive fire back, then they can just prosecute a strike. And of course, Hayek's barrage at this point will be knocking down both ships' flak. So the damage per minute won't be there. Well, I think we just saw how to make point C work on this map.
I think we really did, yeah. It's a double battleship push. You got so much heavy firepower and armor there that you can soak enough damage and keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And I think the fact that they just went all in as well. BSW were expecting a more traditional half and half deployment, and that might have worked, but when you do a, what was that, a 75-25 split between B and C, I mean, that B-Force destroyer and a cruiser or two was really just a blocking element, and it didn't even matter if they didn't block it, they just had to tie up the enemy fleet for a bit, while the main element just went straight through C at full speed.
Yeah.
And, well, let me see.
Bolsiek's just going to get torn.
Bolsiek's, yeah, one on the nose, high explosive rain. Now that will have flooded him out. And has he got damn con?
No, he doesn't.
No. And boom, there we go, straight through the nose from the Montana. Which just leaves...
Good shot from Killing Machine on Lol 25.
Indeed. Lol 25 is looking for shots on the Des Moines, but honestly, they've got the Hindenburg, they've got the Moskva. If you can take out D-Bird...
wanting some of the action.
Yeah. And with the amount of high explosive...
Still lurking around back there.
Oh, and that might be a bonus. V-Fred's laying some smoke, but in the course of it, well, he's not done enough. There's the torpedo drop. Oh, this is going to... That's a kill shot. Boom, 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 boom,
Although
boom.
Clemson, smartly, he's ducking in behind the corpse of Montana, so he didn't have to worry about them.
Yes. I must admit, I would have been tempted to swing the strike
Oh, Killing Machine gets hit hard by the deep water torps. And flooding if there was any, though, so he's going to live just.
Yeah. But
Gearing's trying to fish him off. Oh,
all it needs is that one fire, but... Ooh,
Gearing Torps nailed him.
Gearing Torps into the smoke. Nope. And with the dive bombers looking, it's really just poor V-Fred left there holding down the fort.
He wants that Montana kill. He wants to kill that Montana, and he gets him.
Boom. Well, I suppose that's some consolation, but wow, that was instructional. I have never ever seen point C work like that before.
Yeah, that was great.